What's up, my people? Salutations, Israel. This is Rob with K.O.I, Oklahoma. All right, welcome back to my channel. If you don't mind, hit that like button for the algorithm. And just to say, just to greet me back. All right. And all the other things that, I mean, you guys know what to do. If you feel the content is pure, you feel the content is helping you, you know what I'm saying? Just support the channel in all them other ways that people always mention. All right. Especially going to the website and making a donation or hitting that cashApp. All right, all that information is in the description box. All right, I want to give praise to my Father. I want to magnify my Father. All right, I want to lift him up. He's the Al Shaddai, the mighty one of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. His name is Yahuwah, and I want to give him praise. I want to give him prestige. I want to give him reverence and respect. And I'm hoping that you do too. All right. We will not get through what's coming without him. It's written in the script. All right. It ain't no way around it. In Joel, it talks about those who call upon the name of Yahuwah shall be delivered. So that's where I'm at. All right. Before we get into, you see the title, before we get into the conspiracy theory, you know, just my assessment of some things. I want you guys to make sure you're doing your own research. Don't just take my word for it. All right. Don't take anybody who you watching on YouTube's word for it. All right. If you still sitting in them doggone religious brainwash institutions that they call church, you still sitting in there, you better be doing your own research, because when the Most High come back, ain't nobody gonna be able to say I didn't know. Ain't nobody gonna be able to say, well, I didn't hear, I couldn't tell. Ain't nobody gonna, he is looking at your heart. All right. He is looking at our heart. Get that straight. So got a little message I want to do today. All right. Let's see here. It's called Unraveling Conspiracy Theory. All right. So these are some of my opinions, you know, on some of the stuff I read, some of the stuff I see, you know what I'm saying, some of the conversations I have. This is just some of my opinions on it, some of my theories, you know what I'm saying? Everything that I'm saying is researchable and fact checkable. All right, y'all need to make sure I said that. All right, fair use, if that applies here. All right, but everything that I'm saying is researchable and fact checkable. You can go look for yourself. All right, I got 3 verses of scripture I'm going to read. And I'm gonna read 2 definitions, all right, of conspiracy theory. All right, the first Bible verse I want to read, the first verse I want to read is Deuteronomy 32. All right. Let's go to Deuteronomy 32. I'm using my Safari app Tanakh. And we legitimately getting in all 3 phases of the Tanakh with these 3 verses. All right. The Torah, the Nevi'im, and the Ketuvim. Tanakh. All right. Deuteronomy 32. All right. Verse 21. And it reads, they incense me with no gods, vex me with their futilities. I'll incense them with a no folk, vex them with a nation of fools. All right, so we getting this huge prolonged whooping, and I believe we coming out of it. I mean, the Most High is opening the eyes of many. All right, and so and I was reading in Baruch last night where he said he would open the eyes of his people. All right. He would open the eyes so they could see, and open their ears so they could hear. So if you seeing this and you can hear this message, and this message is helping you reconnect with the Father, all right, then you one of his. But it's still a lot of work to do. All right. You don't just get to hear the message. You got to go do your own research, and you got to start aligning your life with what he said in the Torah. All right. The best you can. All right. And we all have to go through these phases. It ain't no just sit there and wait. We can't do that. All right. We got to actually make physical lifestyle changes and adjustments. All right. Just it's got to be done. All right. Now let me go to one of the definitions of conspiracy theory. I got 3 verses and 2 definitions, so I'm going to go verse, definition, verse, definition, verse. All right. The first definition we're going to get from Merriam-Webster, conspiracy theory. A theory that explains an event or set of circumstances as the result of a secret plot by usually powerful conspirators. Also, a theory asserting that a secret of great importance is being kept from the public. Hey, we gonna get into Kyrie in a minute, but when he tweeted that tweet a few months back and got suspended for it, that tweet about Hebrews to Negroes, secret, hey, do your research. All right, let's go to the next verse. Psalm 83. Psalm 83. Some of y'all have read this before, some of you haven't. All right. Psalm 83. All right, let's see. I'm going to read verses 2 through 5. 2 through 5. It says, O God, Almighty One, do not be silent. Do not hold aloof. Do not be quiet, Almighty One. For your enemies rage. Your foes assert themselves. They plot craftily against your people, take counsel against your treasured ones. 5. They say, let us wipe them out as a nation. Israel's name will be mentioned no more. All right, and then go down to, let's see. All right, let's go down to 15. It says, as a fire burns a forest, as flames scorch the hills, pursue them with your tempest. Terrify them with your storm. 17. Cover their faces with shame so that they seek your name, O Yahuwah. 18. May they be frustrated and terrified, disgraced and doomed forever. 19. May they know that your name, yours alone, is Yahuwah, supreme over all the earth. There's another instance where he could have inserted a salvific son, but he didn't. Hey, Asaph, the one who wrote this psalm, did not mention 2 mighty ones or a father-son duo. He didn't mention that. He just mentioned the Father. I wanted to sneak that in there for y'all. Make sure you reading everything in full and in context. All right. Don't be cherry picking and putting things in the wrong perspective, in the wrong context. All right. All right. And then let's go to the next definition. This one's from the Britannica.com. Conspiracy theory, an attempt to explain harmful or tragic events as a result of the actions of a small, powerful group. Such explanations reject the accepted narrative surrounding those events. Indeed, the official version may be seen as further proof of the conspiracy. All right, now let's go to the last verse that I want to read. That's going to be Zechariah chapter 1. All right. It's going to be Zechariah chapter 1. Let's see here. All right. It's going to be verses 14 and 15. Going back to the definition I just read, though. All right. The top sentence, an attempt to explain harmful or tragic events as the result of the actions of a small, powerful group. That's what we see in America today. There is a small group behind the scenes that control every narrative. They want you to do as you're told. They want us to do as we're told. There is no freedom. All right, we have to bank the way they tell us to bank. We have to pay taxes on top of taxes on top of taxes. We have to live in the neighborhoods that they establish. We have to work the jobs. We have to go into the professions that they direct us in, as they brainwash us in these schools and in these churches, in these different organizations. They want us to be a part of so many different organizations, so you can have all these different people shaping you so you can't see the Most High. And we are doing it to our own detriment and to our own doom. All right, the world as is cannot stand this way. It can't stay this way. So much retribution has to come for people who have done all this evil. All right, woe to those who allow evil to become good and good to become evil. We got to detach from that stuff. All right, anything that goes against Yahuwah's narrative, we got to reject it. That just is what it is. All right, Zechariah 1. Verses 14 and 15. Then the messenger who talked with me said to me, proclaim, thus said Yahuwah of hosts, I am very jealous for Jerusalem, for Zion, and I am very angry with those nations that are at ease, for I was only angry a little, but they overdid the punishment. That's why the Most High is going to come down on these nations that have done us all these different ways. Now, the Most High, you go back in Deuteronomy 28, he said he was, and Leviticus 26, he said he was going to completely destroy us. But the nations joined in on destroying us. They was just supposed to let the Most High whoop us with their hand. But they decided to rear back and add to that punishment and do all these gruesome things that you're not supposed to do to people. All right? They carried out a greater punishment even after the Most High's punishment. And so that the Most High coming to get them for that. All right. So those of y'all who is holding tight and holding strong for the Most High and the Most High only, stay right there. All right. Stay with the Most High only, because he going to deal with it. All right. I wanted to read those 3 verses. All right. Because they go into the little short group of notes that I got put together. All right. And funny enough, I was able to keep the notes small because when you talk about conspiracy theories, this video could be very long. All right, but I'm not going to do that. I'm going to just run a few things by y'all, and it's easy. It was easier for me because all the people I'm going to talk about, their names start with the letter K. And y'all should know some of the people I'm finna get into, right? Kanye West, they call him Ye now. All right, well, he changed his name. They call him Ye. Just recently got remarried or whatever. Supposedly, he's supposed to be going to South Africa, moving there to, you know, be with his wife and stuff. New wife. All right. Well, the conspiracy theory surrounding him is he is exposing the identity thieves and all the roles they play in shaping Black America. All right. All the roles that the identity thieves play, all right, in controlling the Black male, the Black dollar, and the Black creative energy. All right. Everything that we use to create. All the energy we use to create. All right. Then, but they say it's a conspiracy theory, but, you know, do your research and you tell me what you think. There's a lot of stuff Kanye put out that you can go look at for yourself. All right. Kwame Brown. All right. There's conspiracy theories surrounding him. Love that brother. I follow that brother. Love his channel. Don't agree with everything, but I agree with a lot that he says, and the stuff that he's doing, especially the programs he's trying to do for kids, and the stuff how he speaks positivity to our youth. You know what I'm saying? And how he puts out the narrative that he changed his bloodline's generational wealth, all right, by becoming the #1 pick. One of the conspiracy theories is that they try to taint his name, all right, and they do, all right. But he he is a strong proponent of the black male image, and how certain analysts, Stephen A. Smith, for an example, like to destroy the black male image. All right. And some of these people won't even acknowledge that these men are able to change their life situations. You know what I'm saying? And that's important, because if a person like me can't give somebody hope, maybe a person like Kwame can give somebody hope. Maybe the #1 pick in the NBA can give somebody hope. All right. And if you get in a good space and you're living a positive, productive life, the Most High might wake you up to his truth and save you. All right. That's where all this is going down at. All right. Then you got Kevin Samuels. All right. Kevin's message was bring black men and black women back together. All right. Kevin's message was also there has to be roles. The delusion that we've been given by the fantasy of Hollywood, the fantasy of Disney, the fantasy of Nickelodeon and all these other evil entities, the fantasy of modeling and entertainment and sports. These are all distractions and delusions. All right. We are not being taught to use those things to positively build the black community back, to positively get back on track as Israelites. All right. And though he was a Christian, all right, he was putting out great content and he was giving great advice to young black men and young black women. All right. And it was getting us back on course. All right. And I think the conspiracy theory behind him is that they killed him. I think somebody might have drugged him or something. It's a conspiracy theory. Can't prove nothing. All right. But that's just what I think. I mean, who knows? Maybe he did die of natural causes. Maybe Red Bull took him out. I don't know. I don't know. I'm not saying that Red Bull killed him, but I'm saying him not being, maybe he wasn't healthy as he drunk Red Bull and didn't drink enough water, because he always had, some of his fans told him you need to drink more water and stuff. You know, he was trying to, but the conspiracy theory is not about Red Bull though. The conspiracy theory is that they put something in his food or something in another drink or something like that, and he died. Died suddenly. Maybe, who knows? Maybe he got inoculated with something and didn't tell the public. You never know. All right. Kobe Bryant. Now, a lot of people don't know this. I just recently found out. When Kobe passed 3 years ago, you know what I'm saying? That was tragic. 3 or 4 years ago. I can't remember if it was 3 or 4 years ago, but I know it was tragic though. All right. Because he was basically what you call an icon. I'm not going to go to the point to whether people worshiped him or not or whatever, but the circumstances behind Kobe Bryant's death, a man with enough money to put shields around him and live in a bubble if he wanted to. All right. He was going against Big Pharma. All right. He had a pending case in the courts against Big Pharma, and he was naming some stuff. And at the end of the day, the conspiracy theory is they took him out. All right. And then the last one, Kyrie. Kyrie's still in the news now. All right. Kyrie just requested a trade. That trade request was honored. And now we are at the point where I think the NBA is going to try to blackball him, kind of like they did Colin Kaepernick. All right, in the NFL, kicked him out because he wouldn't follow the script, wouldn't follow the rules, wouldn't do as you're told. Take this money and do as you're told. Shut up and dribble. All right, shut up and throw the football. Colin Kaepernick, shut up and dribble. Kyrie. All right, most other NBA players have not made the kind of money that Kyrie has made to be able to demand having a say, and they don't have the kahunas to say some of the things that Kyrie said. And it ain't just about people not liking him because of trade requests. You know what I'm saying? People don't like him because Kyrie stand on truth. Kyrie is a researcher. He is a fact checker himself. If you're not the type of person that wants to go fact check what the media is saying, wants to go fact check what all the different narratives and agendas that are out there. If you're not that type of person, if you're a follower, all right, the Most High might let you, might cause your demise. The Most High might take you out. The Most High might let you get taken out. The Most High might not save you. All right. At the end of the day, the Most Highs are all about this truth. And a lot of the times in society now, if you go fact check some stuff and you go research some stuff and you go prove some stuff out, you will find out that the truth is actually considered a conspiracy theory. The actual truth, all right, that you go find out on certain stuff, they will just say, they instead of you, just saying, no, I'm telling the truth. No, they say, no, that's a conspiracy theory. I've had conversations with family members. You guys are conspiracy theorists. When what I'm saying is true, it can be proven out, but they don't want to hear it. Co-workers don't want to hear it. All right, friends I grew up with, classmates I graduated with, have various conversations. They don't want to hear it. All right, ex church members I used to go to church with. When you tell them something, you tell them the true name and all, and different. They don't want to hear it. That you are labeled as a conspiracy theorist, and when you're labeled as a conspiracy theorist, they can put any other thing on you. They can put hate group on you. They can put terrorist on you. They can put they can talk. They can just ruin your reputation. All right, mess your credit score up. All this stuff, and that's the future that you're moving into for those of y'all that want to just do as you're told. And I'm not, that's not who I am. I want true freedom, but I know the only true freedom that's coming is the world that the Most High is setting up in the near future. So I got to get on his page. You got to get on his page. It is what it is. You can call me a conspiracy theorist. You can call me leftist, rightist. Man, I don't even care about politics. I don't vote no more. All right. The Most High gave us instructions on the type of king we're supposed to select. None of them guys fit the criteria. Nobody we voting for fit the criteria of the kingship that's supposed to rule over us. All right. When you go back into Torah. So I don't vote no more. You can call me a conspiracy theorist for that. I mean, at the end of the day, the truth is going to be called a conspiracy theory. All right. And if you're not willing to stand on that truth, and you're not willing to take those shots and take the reputation bullets that get shot at you, you know what I'm saying? How they try to drag you through the mud and stuff. If you ain't willing to deal with that, are you willing to deal with the Father the way the Father is? The Father is hardcore. He said, be ye holy as I am holy. So he want us to stand on truth. He want us to stand on justice. All right. They making laws to where you can't even help the poor and the homeless. What kind of stuff is that? Evil, good, good, evil. If that's you, if you going along with that stuff, and a lot of Christians are going along with that stuff. All right. A lot of Muslims are going along with that stuff. All right. A lot of people in Judaism are going along with that stuff. Buddhists, Hinduism, a lot of them people in them religions, people in yoga, Scientology. What's that one they got now? Unitarianism or something like that. They got so much out there. All that stuff is not of the Most High. The Most High is clear cut. Be holy as I am holy. What is holy? You got to go study the Torah to know what holy is. And then align yourself with that. And it might take some time. Sometimes bad habits is hard to break. Put in the work, put in the effort though. If you not willing to change for the Most High, he not gonna save you. All right? You ain't his. All right? The truth is a conspiracy theory. All right? Kyrie, it wasn't just about a trade request with Kyrie. I'm gonna say this and I'm gonna get up out of here. All right, you got to rewind it all the way back on Kyrie. All right, and I'm gonna do a video on my other channel on this, trying to get a timeline going for this Kyrie thing, because I think it's significant, because he is such a iconic figure. And I'm not saying that he's a god. I'm not saying that we know he ain't trying to be. You know what I'm saying? At least I don't see no signs of him trying to be a god or a idol. All right. But an icon, he understands that he has an influence, and he said it. I have a platform that can influence millions of people. So I need to say, the stuff I say need to be either informative, all right, or enlightening. Or will make people go try to become informed or enlightened. So, I mean, and that's what he's supposed to do with a platform like that. But it goes against the narrative. The NBA is a do-as-you're-told league, and you can't do that, especially as a #1 draft pick. That man was a top pick. All right, you go back to Flat Earth with Kyrie. It's unraveling their narrative. All right, you go back to CVD-19 with Kyrie. All right, he wouldn't take the Pope. It's unraveling their narrative. All right, and now you got Hebrews to Negroes. They sure don't want that information out, because when the people turn back to the Most High and call upon him and request him and apologize to him, the Most High is going to reset everything. And the people that's over us will not be over us no more. It's going to get flipped. Jacob will become the head. In Deuteronomy 28, we were told we will become the tail. Well, it's time that we go ahead and turn back to the Most High so we can become the head. And they don't want that out there. Kyrie single-handedly is doing a lot of unraveling. Hey, if you stayed this long, all praises to the Most High for you listening to this message. I hope you got something out of it. All right. Let me say this and then I'm gone. Years ago, all right, me and my wife was watching one of the biggest conspiracy theorists ever. All right, A. Jones. All right, first name Alex. And he made a comment about Prison Planet. And the more I look today, was just talking about this with some of the ox last week, how we are trapped. There is nowhere to run and nowhere to hide. If you try to buy you some exclusive land and just live off the grid and never communicate with society again, they will come find you and take you out. There is nothing stopping them. They could just drop something on you. And I mean, no one would know. And because you gone, you disappeared, no one would care. We are trapped in these four corners unless you have the mindset that the Most High is coming for you. And when you can be secure in that, all right, if you can get your mindset to understand that the Most High is coming for his people, what would a logical thinking person do? They would become his people. All right. They would either come back to who they are, or they would join who those people are. And he set up provisions for both the natural Israelite and the convert. And there's your solution right there. So at the end of the day, you guys stay strong, continue to study, continue to research. Don't believe everything that is put out there in the media. Don't believe the hype. All right. Continue to look for yourselves. This whole thing, if you haven't paid attention, this whole thing is unraveling. And I'm trying to make sure I'm on the side of right. All right. Hey, much love, Israel. Much love to all my peoples out there. All right. Like I said earlier, if you feel this content is worthy of it, hit that like button, press all on notifications and subscribe, and then donate to the channel. All right. Hit that Cash App or go to the website and donate to K.O.I, kingdomofisrael.com. Much love, y'all. May the Most High, until next time, may the Most High be between me and thee. And like I always say, I don't have all the answers, but I'll share what I learned. All right. You guys be safe out there. Shalom.